Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to day 2 of the Abundant Business Blueprint Workshop. Woo! How is everyone doing today? It's a brand new day. I hope you woke up happy and joyful on the right side of the bed, just living your best life already. Beautiful start. I hope you meditated, ate some good food, said your gratitude prayers, got some sales in your business, already reached a goal, discovered so much about yourself in the last 24 hours. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yay, so good to see you again. I am beaming right now because I just got back my photos from my photo shoot that I did on Friday, my maternity shoot, and oh my gosh, I get to pick my favorite pictures to get professionally edited and beautiful, and they look so good. I'm just so glad I did that. Let's just talk about facing your fears for just a moment and facing what's uncomfortable. I know I made a post about this the other day, but I just wanted to speak on it one more time, which is a lot of people have a huge misconception around fear and discomfort, especially when it is perceived fear and discomfort, meaning that at this moment in time, although I'm feeling fearful and uncomfortable, like I'm about to face a threat, if I really think about it, I need to ask myself, okay, Catherine, are you about to walk down a super dark alleyway at 2 a.m. by yourself? No? Okay. Catherine, are you being chased by a lion in the African plains, in the savannah? No. Okay. Catherine, are you in the forest and are you about to be head on with a bear? No. Okay. So in the correct context, absolutely fear is a sign that you should probably back the fuck off, go another direction, and make a different choice. But there's this thing called a perceived fear. At least this is how I process it. This is how I call it. And this just means that there's something where you've experienced some past trauma in the past. You've had some sort of experience that made you feel a certain way. And so you've made this neural connection that experience equals bad. And so it was very painful for you. And so now your nervous system is wired to avoid that pain no matter what, right? And so it's going to bring up these feelings as if you're about to be chased by a lion or bear, or you're about to walk down a dark alleyway, or someone's coming to get you, right? Someone's chasing you. And that's just not the truth. So you really need to first and foremost assess that, especially when you are making business decisions, when you're hiring someone, when you're making an investment, when you're buying a course, right? A lot of people make decisions from fear. A lot of people make decisions from avoiding that discomfort. And the thing is that feeling within you, that neural connection that is wired in your brain will never break, okay, will never be released if you don't do something in the face of that feeling. So if you don't do something differently, if you don't take a different action, that will forever live within you. And so no matter what, you're going to keep getting these opportunities, right, in the beginning, because you're still a vibrational match to them, but you will not take them, right? And so you're going to keep avoiding them and nothing's going to happen in your business. And then eventually at some point, you've really programmed yourself, hi babe again, every time. I always think he leaves before I start these because he always has stuff to do. And I think my husband plans his time wisely, but no, he's always in the background. Bye, babe. Have a great day. Where was I? And so if you avoid taking the action in the face of fear, nothing's ever going to change. And at some point, you're going to wire yourself to such a degree that you're not even going to manifest any opportunities whatsoever. And that's how people get stuck and live their entire life just avoiding something, to the point where now they're 90 years old in a rocking chair and they're reviewing their life, and they realize, like, they're filled with so much regret because they realize that their entire life they never actually went for what they wanted to go for. They just spent their entire life avoiding fear. Okay? So anyway, long story short, that's why I'm super proud of myself with this photo shoot, because I faced some fears. I did it. They look amazing. I'm so happy. And the same thing can be applied in business, right? Everything can be applied to business. Everything in business can be applied to life. Everything in life can be applied to business. It's just an area of your life, and an area is always composed of the wholeness within you. I'm so happy you needed to hear this today. Amazing. So let me ask you this. How was yesterday? What did you discover? What did you make a note of in the last 24 hours of how certain beliefs show up for you in your business? Like, what are some patterns that have come up for you in the last 24 hours that didn't just appear in the last 24 hours, but you made a note of them of like, wait a second, there's a belief system behind this. I want to explore what that belief system is behind it. Oh, congratulations, 36 weeks today. Yay. I'll tell you where you can watch day 1 in just a second. Yeah, being the gentle observer, so good. Needed to listen to yesterday's. Beliefs equal behavior. Yeah, that I'm angry and go into victim mode. Procrastination. I'm not that in alignment with my wishes. Okay, we're going to talk more about our North Star today. How business is first and foremost a spiritual matter, and a North Star to get us into ultimate alignment with our Dharma. How to find the bigger purpose of our business while also honoring the less noble reasons why we want our own business and why we want success, right? Doesn't always have to be about saving the world, people, okay? That's gonna happen because that's just who you are. That is part of your Dharma. You're here. I know this because you're here, and I will only attract people like you. So your Dharma is to awaken yourself so that you can awaken other people. And we all do this in our own way, okay? I don't care what you're selling. You could be like, Catherine, how the fuck am I awakening myself and awakening other people by selling whatever, XYZ product, okay? That has nothing to do with personal development, has nothing to do with spirituality, whatever. It's just a product that I know that I want to get into the hands of people that will make their life easier. And I say to you, thank God you're making their life easier, because that's less stress and worry that they have to pour out, avoiding and ignoring the Dharma that they came here to live. So thank God your product exists, right? I truly believe that's why we're all here. Awaken myself to awaken others. And as others awaken, you awaken more to what your true potential is. Yeah, how amazing is it for those moms to have incredible photos of their children? Because to them, their children is such a representation of their life purpose, and the fact that they're awakening themselves to awaken their children so that their children can live limitless lives. And you as a photographer selling a course for moms to take better photos of their kids, that mom gets so much joy out of that reminder of why those kids exist and why the mom exists too, as the kid's teacher. Everything can be put into that framework, okay? I don't care what you're selling. You have to understand that. So just like some quick housekeeping, as I rub my belly over here like Buddha, some quick housekeeping. A lot of you asked, like, where can I catch up? Okay, you obviously saw or may have seen that I posted day one on my Instagram. The only thing that you won't find on Instagram, and I just do that for ease, just so I can reach more people, just so I can help someone who may have missed the workshop when I was promoting for it. But what you won't find in that IG recording are the journaling prompts that I give with day one, as well as an entry into winning the prizes that I'm giving away just for you participating in this workshop. So in order to make sure that you get all of that and you get the recordings on this beautiful, nice page, and you also get access to be able to sign up for the wait list for Business by Design, which is a program that I'm affiliating for and have been for the last 4 years, that I deeply stand behind, which teaches you all of the processes and strategies and tips and techniques and tools and everything you could possibly need to apply what I'm teaching you to become that successful digital CEO, and then be able to very successfully implement physical 3D strategies so that your business can be automated, scaled, grown. You can hire the right team members, all of that stuff that I know because I live it, but I just don't like teaching it. And so that's why I give that part to my friend James Wedmore. And I really love to fatten up Business by Design with my own bonuses. So if you choose to sign up with me for Business by Design after we complete this workshop, the launch of Business by Design will be, well, you're gonna get details all about it on Thursday, as well as by signing up on the wait list, which you'll find on that all access page. And all the bonuses have to do with the manifestation stuff. It all has to do with the mindset stuff, the money mindset. It all has to do with energetics, everything that you get in this workshop, but like at a much deeper level, as well as a pre-recorded live event that James and I did. That was 2 days long last year. You also get that in there. And we'll talk more about those bonuses as we go along. Can't reveal them all yet, but I will reveal them once you get on the wait list, when I'm allowed to reveal them. Okay? I just accidentally revealed one, but that's okay. I shall be forgiven. Let's see. So the all access page is through the link in my bio. Turn on live notifications because we're gonna do the workshop live. If you miss it, again, you get the recordings. Don't worry about it. But I do recommend you coming on live because we just have more fun live. And the prizes that I'm giving away on Friday, just for you participating, and I'll share more about how you can get those prizes, which is a $1,000 grant, a content creators bundle, and a book, content creators bundle and a book bundle, my top 10 business books. All those details can also be found in the email as well as the page and all that good stuff. Got it? Good. Okay. So you started, I already talked a little about this, but let's just brainstorm some more reasons why you started your business, right? Why did you start your business? I can think of some reasons. Time freedom, being able to create your own schedule. Financial freedom, being in control of how much you get paid. Yeah, exactly. Baby burp, always I blame the baby for everything. Wanting to help people out of a previous struggle that you had. You had a struggle with something took you a really long time to master, and you finally clicked it for yourself, and you're like, oh my God, if I could just teach this method to more people, holy shit, that's gonna change the world. Awesome. You wanna be your own boss. You don't like listening to other people. You wanna do what you love every single day and get paid for it. You wanna give back to your local communities. Amazing. Have meaning in your work. Awesome. You don't want to request a day off. You just want to be able to take a day off. Amazing. You want to create more opportunities in the world around you. You want to, you're just not fit for an office job. Literally bores you to death to clock in and clock out, right? And thank God we don't do that on Team MB. We're not an office job. Flexibility to stay home and raise your family, to be home with your kids. These are so amazing. And what I'll tell you is that, I already talked about this, if you're in this workshop with me, there is something so much bigger that also called you to do this. there is a so much bigger reason, which some of you already hinted on, and we already talked a little bit about awakening yourself to awaken others, that is just something that is pulling you and you don't really know exactly where it's coming from. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is where I go into this concept of like your business is honestly a spiritual matter. It's not just about sales. This is why it doesn't matter. Like it, you should so get over yourself with like, oh my God, Catherine, I'm afraid of coming across as salesy. I'm afraid of this. What is Bob gonna think? What is my high school friend gonna think? What is my family gonna think? It's like, it has to do with so much more than all of that. It really is connected to your life purpose. Now, here's what I want to say. Your life purpose isn't about what you're doing. It's more about who you're being. But in this iteration that you are loving your business in, okay, you are fulfilling your life purpose. And at some point, your business might change. It might shift. Your priorities might shift around. You might make changes and change structures and business models and change teams and fire people and hire people and this and that. Like all those 3D things are definitely able to change, and you can still be living your life purpose. So I don't want you to think that you're stuck in what you're doing. Okay, that like, oh my God, this is all you can do for the rest of your life. Like you might say, fuck it, I'm tired of teaching moms how to take pics of their kids. I want to teach something else now. I want to do something else. And yet you're going to find that overarching all of that, there's still that calling that exists. Okay, ultimately, when you feel this way, your business is a soul expression. Your business is just a medium. That's all that it is, no matter what business it is. It is a medium, a calling, a medium for your soul expression, a calling and a guided journey of some sort, okay? I've always seen my business as a portal. And it's a portal to take me on a journey of who I'm supposed to ultimately become. I don't look at my business as like all that I've created in the last 6 years. Let's talk about the iteration of this business, Manifestation Babe. I don't just look at it as like, oh yeah, okay, we made over $17 million in the last 6 years, right? And helped this many people and this and that, whatever, and have these kind of launches. But I look at it as who is the version of Catherine Zinkina who was here 6 years ago, who started this business, and who's the version of Catherine Zinkina that exists today. And that journey of who I've become and how I've grown and how I have awoken myself to help awaken other people, reach my potential to help others reach their potential, is the thing that matters, okay? There's a much bigger reason why you're in the business that you're in. And today, what I want to help you is I want to help you get past those pesky limitations and fears and limiting beliefs that we talked about yesterday, those worries and doubts and things that are just getting you so dense, getting you so locked into matter, right? This 3D physical plane, when you are so much bigger than that, and what you're doing stretches so much more beyond that, yet you're getting so stuck in the algorithm and the pricing and your competitors and this and that and blah, 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 right? And like, oh my God, what are people gonna think? And I'm not good enough and all this crap, so that you can stay focused on metamorphosizing. Is that a word? Is it metamorphosizing? Metamorphosizing yourself into that beautiful butterfly of who you're meant to be in this lifetime, and fulfilling that dharma, aka life purpose. So what helps you stay focused? Okay, this is what I want to talk about today, because I'll never forget being in my bedroom 2016, January of 2016. I was in my bedroom in my parents' house, and I got this fucking download. And this download came to me, I swear to you, like the skies parted and it just fell into my head, okay? And all I heard was, Catherine, you're gonna start your own brand. This manifestation thing that you have been obsessed with since you were 16 years old is what you're meant to share with the world. It is how you're meant to express yourself. It is how you're meant to awaken other people. So build a website, learn how to make courses, and go. And I just, oh my God, I can't even tell you. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I remember barely breathing because I was so excited for like a week to a week and a half. My mom, because I lived at home at this time with my parents, who were very unsupportive of me, by the way, because I said no to medical school, because medical school did not give me that same feeling that I was searching for, that feeling of knowing that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It is a feeling that you cannot deny, that you feel deep within you. And I'll never forget, my mom started to get concerned about me, and she's like, are you okay? Do you want some food? Like, I haven't seen you in a week and a half. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know what's happening to me, but I'm building my own brand. And she's like, okay. And for some reason at this point, she like finally believed me. At this point, she was like, okay, Catherine, go for it. You know, it's just a really interesting moment. It's like when you're truly in your power, people listen, people understand, people step out of the way. The universe removes those people from your life when you're fully in your purpose, right? And I just like felt like that is what I was meant to do. And I had some really hard times in the beginning. I lived on my grandma's couch. I moved to Los Angeles, couldn't afford rent, lived on my grandma's couch, was transitioning from one business to another, didn't know how I was gonna pay bills, didn't know how I was gonna buy groceries. I moved to LA with like $80, right? Absolutely nothing. With my car that I ended up like almost destroying my first week in LA, and just a lot of things were happening, and I was the most low, the most lost, the most depressed. Like, I just felt the most confused about my life. But I knew somehow that I was on the right path because I chose to believe that my success is inevitable and I am on the right path. And so what I created on my grandma's couch, being $25,000 in debt, knowing that one day I would build $1 million business, right? That was my first like big goal. Like, imagine this is $1 million business, right? Imagine I can help so many people manifest their dream life that amounted in the sales of $1 million in my business. Like, that would be fucking cool. And so I created a North Star for myself. And this is what composed of my North Star. This is now May of 2016 on my grandma's couch, where there were 3 pillars that I essentially started living from that I want to share with you today, which is your North Star to help you stay motivated throughout the journey when you have the most amount of doubters, the most amount of doubt about yourself, imposter syndrome, like, what am I doing? Is this gonna work? Blah, 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 blah. All of these thoughts and beliefs in your head. Number 1 is vision. Number 2 is identity. And number 3 is support. Those are the 3 pillars. So what do I mean by this? Okay, what is the vision? Okay, where are you going? Who is the version of you? And what beliefs, actions, what else do I have here? Hold on, super quick. Beliefs, actions, priorities, habits, decisions that you need to make that are going to support you in fulfilling your spiritual mission through your business. Sorry, I get really hot now, so if I start sweating. I'm pregnant, people. Actually, I'm always hot when I live stream, so I have no excuse, to be honest. So vision. Guys, vision is so important. I just Googled and like best quotes on vision, and I got like 1,700 of them right away. Every single person who's ever accomplished something great, something amazing, who's ever left a legacy behind, had a vision that they stuck with, that they believed in, that no one else could see for them, no one else gave to them. It was through their connection with the divine, which you already have that connection with the divine. if you just listen to what naturally pulls you, calls to you, and guides you, and you just follow that, that is guidance from the divine, okay? So here's a couple quotes for you. In order to carry a positive action, we must develop here a positive vision. Dalai Lama. If you don't have a vision, you're going to be stuck in what you know. And the only thing you know is what you've already seen, aka your past and what is possible for other people so far. And that's, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm so sorry. Iyanla Vanzant. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? She's super famous. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Helen Keller. That gives me goosebumps. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Jonathan Swift. So how I see vision is that every single manifestation has started in the mind of someone. Every single invention, every single idea, every single vision, every single business, every single mission, every single movement has started in the mind of someone who has brought it to life. In this case, your business starts as a vision, an idea in your mind, and it is your responsibility to bring it into form. Okay? This is where I started when I was on my grandma's couch. So I opened up my journal, you guys, and I asked myself the question, if I could create anything, if I could live any kind of life, manifest whatever my heart desired, and don't worry, I'll give you this question that you can journal on too, so make sure you get the recordings through the link in my bio. Let me just add this over here so that you can also journal on this question, because it's a really good question to ask yourself. If I could create anything, live any kind of life, manifest whatever my heart desired, and I would lose nothing, lose no one, and nothing bad would happen to me or anybody I loved, so we're eliminating all those fears, what would my life look like? And I started there. Another way of asking yourself is, if your success were truly inevitable and you were always on the right path, what would that inevitable success look like? And so I just wrote in a journal exactly how much money I'm making, exactly what my daily life looks like, who I'm married to, how many kids I have, what my apartment, my condo, my house, whatever looks like, where I'm traveling to around the world, because travel is a big part of my life purpose for sure, because I obviously can't stop traveling, even being super pregnant and then questioning why I chose certain places being so pregnant, but that's okay. And guess what? That life that I created for myself in 2016, I was already living within 18 months. And some bigger aspects of it, I would say I was living within 24 to 36 months. And then what I do is I just keep recreating my new vision. Because as you manifest something, guess what? You get to manifest more. That's the beauty of this, is you can always create a bigger vision, but you have to start somewhere. It's also really important that you get clear on your carrots too. Because for so many of you, because you're a kind, compassionate, heart-centered entrepreneur, and I know the kind of person you are because I'm also that person, you want to save the world, okay? You want to save your community, you want to save the world, you want to give so much back to other people as part of your vision, and that's awesome, so amazing. Keep that there because that's tied to that dharma, that mission, that bigger aspect of your business. But it's also important to get clear on your carrots too. Meaning less noble, okay? More personal motivations. So please put your dream car in there. Please put your dream home in there. Please put an amount of money you want in there. Please put some travel in there. Maybe take a private jet a couple times a year or whatever it is. Like, make sure you also have your carrots in there. because I am telling you, if there is not any personal motivations in your vision, you're not going to be as motivated. Because if you're constantly focused on what's for others, you're going to be creating this vision from a very depleted place. So you want to make sure you're doing things for yourself as well, not just for your family, community, and other people. So put that in there as well, okay? And then the second pillar is identity. And the thing is that identity is so important because it's the highest human level that we create from. All right? We obviously create from spirit, but on the human plane, identity is everything. Whatever follows I am or I am not is either the most powerful thing you could ever say, the most powerful spell you could ever put over your life, or the most destructive thing you could ever say or destructive spell you could ever put over your life. So, or I guess I wrote lethal here, lethal words that you could ever say about yourself. And the subconscious mind, your inner mind, the part of your mind that's wired for survival, the part of your mind that is most in connection, I gotta sneeze, woo! The most in line with manifestation, because it's in charge of creating 95% of your entire life. It is where everything is stored from day one of your life until now. So all of your beliefs are in there. That's why it's so potent and so powerful. Cannot outperform its own self-image and identity. So no matter what, I don't care what you want. I don't care what your vision is. But if you don't see yourself as the type of person who lives that reality, it's not going to happen. Your subconscious mind can never outperform your conscious desires. Or conscious desires can never outperform your subconscious mind. Okay? So what you need to ask yourself in this segment is, who is the version of you who's already created that business that's in your vision? If you could paint a picture of yourself, of this version of you, here's a lot of questions that I'm going to ask you. And again, I will put this all in the, recording, okay, on the all access page. So you're going to get that there in the email that you're going to get as long as you're registered. This version of you, how do they show up in their business? How do they show up for their audience? How do they show up for their team? What spiritual practices do they have to keep them grounded? How do they regulate their nervous systems in times of challenge and hardships? So you're like creating a plan for yourself. You're creating a blueprint of how you're going to show up, where you're going to energetically stand from, what beingness is going to be in charge of the doingness. Because remember, it's in the energy that you do something that creates the results of that doing. And the energy in which you do something stems from the beingness, that identity level, taking it from the human aspect, right? So what are they constantly focused on? What thoughts do they entertain on a daily basis? What do they read? What do they invest in? Who do they invest in? Whose advice do they or don't they take? Huge, okay? How do they spend their time? Getting clear on this version of yourself has to go hand in hand with the vision, as they are one and the same. And what you're essentially doing is channeling the exact version of you who's already embodying this business and living out his or her dharma through the business. And then going off of this, you go into the third pillar, which the third pillar is support. And support just means going from conceptual to the 3D implementation. Because the first two you can easily just like kind of do in your head or in a journal, or this is something that you can just think about but never take action on. And the law of action is a supportive law in the universe that is responsible for that last bit that it takes to bring something from the ethers or from the energetic plane into the physical plane. without action, without physical action, without the law of action, everything is conceptual and nothing actually happens, right? So how I like to say this is that, you know, like I envision like a bow and arrow. Okay, so I'm pulling back my arrow with my bow. Not that I've ever fucking done this, but I can imagine it because I've watched other people do it. And your vision and identity is the direction in which you're going to line up this arrow with. It's the alignment piece of manifestation. This is how you get in alignment, right? Pull back your arrow, you aim it in the right direction that you want to go in. And then guess what? Most people never actually let go of the arrow. And so you're not going to get a result. There's no target that you're ever going to hit if you don't actually let go of the arrow. So the law of action, or this support pillar, is what helps you let go of the arrow and actually shoot it to hit a target. And you can also imagine that most people, all they're doing is they're just throwing arrows in random fucking places. And they're exhausting themselves because they're throwing arrows in places where targets don't even exist. There is no target that they set up for themselves. So how do they know that they're ever going to reach the target? Maybe they have some sort of imaginary target, but they haven't really fleshed it out. They haven't really gotten themselves in alignment with the target. And so next thing you know, you have like 50 arrows going left, 50 arrows going right. And instead, this entire time, you can just throw one arrow at a time and directly hit the target every single time. And the more arrows you hit the target, the more powerful, more potent, and faster the manifestation unfolds. Does that make sense? What is wrong with my face? I don't know, you tell me. Some people, remove. Okay. Why is that the only comment I saw when I looked up? Action without vision is the same as vision with no action. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so support. Based on that identity, this is actually part of the alignment piece. So I kind of put this with the identity piece, which is yesterday we talked about beliefs, right? And beliefs are the next level below identity. So in order for you to change your beliefs, one of the easiest things you can do is change your identity, because it's a trickle down effect. I talk about this in one of my most recent posts. You can go find that post. It's like the hierarchy of change. Really powerful tool that I teach my students. But if you are like, I am successful, like if you have that identity, then you're going to have beliefs about yourself that represent that identity, right? So really fleshing out, okay, what beliefs can I start reprogramming myself with to support that vision? And what action steps can I start to take today to align yourself immediately with that version of you and implement these beliefs right away? So a lot of people ask me, oh, Catherine, how do I change my beliefs? How do I change my beliefs? Okay, first and foremost, I have a limiting belief blasting formula that I teach my students. But the thing is that always in the last step, which is the most missed step, which can really be condensed to this step, is you need to choose a new belief and you need to act as if that belief is already true. And the more that you do that, even when it's scary, right? Oh my God, I'm not a speaker. Oh my God, I'm so afraid of public speaking, but I'm being asked to speak on a stage. Should I say yes? Yes, of course you should say yes, because that version of you who's a speaker is obviously speaking on stage. And so you say yes. And then you're like, okay, what do I need to believe about myself to make this the best speech I could ever give to these people? Okay, I must believe that I am a great speaker, that my voice creates meaning, that my voice impacts people's lives in positive ways, that I matter and what I say matters, and whatever. You can just flesh this out yourself. And then what you have to do is you have to act on those beliefs. You actually have to go step on stage as if those beliefs were already true. And the more that you do this in the face of that, the less resistance you're going to have in your subconscious mind. Initially, you're going to have a lot of resistance. right? And so you have to work through that resistance. You have to face that resistance. But the more often you do this, right, the more often you do something, the less fear you have around it. It's the same thing here. So what action steps can you start taking today? What do you need to put out there? What do you need to do? Who do you need to hire? Who do you need to let go of? What pricing do you need to change, right? What priorities need to be realigned and what habits need to be installed today in order for you to be that version of you? And I know for so many of you, business by design, investing in business by design is going to be directly in alignment with that version of you. And I'm super excited to share that with so many of you, because that is where you're going to get more of those tools and strategies and processes and those tangible things that you can do to apply to get to that finale, that final version of the business that you have envisioned for yourself in that very first pillar. So going down into your assignment, all right, now that I've explained everything, what I want you to do, and don't worry, I'm going to have this written out for you, is I want you to create a list of those 3 categories in your journal today. So your private journal, you can share this with the world if you want to, no problem. But you can also keep it private, no problem as well. So 3 categories in your journal today, composing your North Star that's going to keep you focused, aligned, and pulled into the direction of creating your most successful business yet. So starting with your vision, fleshing out exactly what your business is going to look like 1 year from today. I really like to look at things 1 year ahead. That's just my thing. If you want to do 3 years from now, 5 years from now, that's fantastic. I'll challenge you to do 1 year from now because it'll really help you hyper-focus your vision. Move on to identity and flesh out exactly who that version of you is that created that business. Because if you were already that version of you, you would already have that business, right? So there's a gap right now. There's you here and there's you here, and both of you exist. That version of you who already has a successful business is already there, just in an alternate timeline, in an alternate dimension. And how you bridge the gap between the dimensions is by the beingness, is by being that version of you, okay? And how you do that is you act on that version of you. So finish with support and get clear on exactly which steps you need to take, beliefs you need to believe, habits you need to install, action steps you need to take, etc. in order for you to, of course I cut myself off here, in order for you to create your dream business. Does that make sense? Are you excited to do this? I swear to God, I've given you so much in day 2. If you just know how much I gave you, like this is a fucking formula that is so powerful. Awesome. Yay. Okay, perfect. So the 3 prizes that I'm giving away on Friday, how do you win them? First and foremost, make sure you're registered for the workshop. Use the hashtag. Okay, so you're going to make a post for day 2, right? And I've been seeing your posts, so great job. I know that you know what you're doing. And if you ever have any questions, just email my team, hello@manifestationbabe.com. If you're a little uncertain about something or my directions didn't make sense, like feel free to reach out to them. Hashtag Abundant Biz Workshop. Okay, so Abundant BIZ Biz Workshop is the hashtag. And I can change this hashtag at any moment, so make sure you're paying attention to the very end of each day. You're going to make a post, not a story because it expires in 24 hours, sharing your biggest aha moment or breakthrough that you had today. So you don't necessarily need to share your private journal with us, just something that stood out to you, something that you want to share with the world, something that really spoke to you, something that really was the game changer of something that I said that helped you have a different perception of business or of yourself that you are excited to take action on. So that's going to go in the caption, and then you want to use the hashtag. You want to tag me at Manifestation Babe. Make sure your profile is public just this week until we're done, if it's not. And then post all 4 days in a row, and my team and I are going to choose 3 of you on Friday to win first place $1,000 grant for your business to be used in whatever way, shape, or form that you want to use it. Number 2 is the creators bundle. So we're going to give you a lighting kit, a tripod, a subscription to an app, just a bunch of goodies to help you, put yourself out there more in a digital space. Woo! Excuse me. And the 3rd place is 10 of my favorite business books that we're going to ship to you that you're going to get. Okay? You register through the link in my bio. You can also register through manifestationbabe.com/workshop. I checked and it looks like that page is the page that you need to be on. Yes, sign up below to access the replays now. Yeah. Link in my bio is going to be the easiest for you to remember. If you're watching the recording and you're watching this via email or on the all access page, just go to my Instagram, click the link in my bio, and it's going to be there. Sounds good? You need to post. Oh, it helps if you tag me in your photo. That's a really great question. Helps me if you tag me in the photo. The caption is going to have your biggest breakthrough, aha moment, or takeaway. The assignment for your journal, we're going to email out. What else? Yeah, you will have these videos forever if you sign up for BBD. Let's see, is there another question that came up? Of course. Thank you for all this juicy wisdom and codes. Of course. Oh my gosh. If you missed one day, you can double up one time. So one of the days you can post twice. Because I know some of you are just finding me today, and that's totally fine. My water bottle, I don't know how to pronounce it. BKR. My friend Kate calls this a beaker. I don't know why she calls it a beaker. I don't know. I've never heard it actually voiced or pronounced. But this is my favorite water bottle in all the land. Like, I want to manifest a collaboration with this water bottle. I want to have a quote, a Manifestation Babe quote on this water bottle. And I want all of you to have it. That's what I'm currently manifesting. All right. Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to see your takeaways. I can't wait to see what you manifest out of day 1 and day 2. And tomorrow we're going to talk about money. So who here loves to talk about money? Because I do. Money is amazing. Money is your best friend. Money is your best business partner. Money is your best support system. Heal your relationship with money and you will have it all. You guys are so cute. All right. Love you all so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Mwah. Bye.